functional aspect of mitochondria. This is the most important concept related to whole mitochondria. Okay, so here we'll discuss about cellular respiration. Yeah, generally respiration, I think the respiration is general process. We talk about it, taking in oxygen or carbon dioxide and giving out oxygen or carbon dioxide. In a way, generally this is the word we use for respiration. But here, when we take the mitochondria function, cellular respiration is quite different definition it got. Cellular respiration, by definition, if we go, this is nothing but degradation of carbohydrate, especially glucose. Especially glucose. The glucose molecule will be degraded and energy will be released. This is the definition of cellular respiration. Let's see how it happens. Okay. I'll start with the cellular respiration different steps, which were not discussed in your ebook, but they have to be known. Because here when we talk about the energy, how energy is coming, from where energy is getting released, that is the basic concept. So I'll give just a few steps about cellular respiration. Now when you understand the cellular respiration definition, we are saying degradation means what? Breaking up of glucose. The glucose molecule will be broken up. Now how the glucose molecule will be broken up? There are 3 steps in cellular respiration. The first step is called glycolysis. Second step is called Krebs cycle. Third step is called oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, clear? First step glycolysis. Second step Krebs cycle. Third step, oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation. These are the steps which are involved in degradation of glucose. So how glucose can be degraded? When we take the first step, this is the process where glyco stands for the glucose molecule, lysis, breakdown. First the glucose molecule, which is C6H12O6, the glucose molecule will be broken up. Okay. Now when this 6 carbon molecule, six carbon atoms in this glucose molecule were broken up, when they are broken, it will give a 3 carbon compound. See, from 6 carbon glucose molecule, you will get a 3 carbon compound. This 3 carbon compound is called pyruvate or pyruvic acid. In other words, don't bother about formula and structure. This is not biochemistry. Okay, you learn all these things when you get into biochemistry. So here one glucose molecule will be broken up into 3 carbon molecules. Just simple equation you can understand. 6 carbon atoms, 3 carbon atoms. So glucose molecule is converted into pyruvate molecule. This is the happening step in glycolysis. In glycolysis, you will be having various reactions. So many reactions are there under glycolysis. I'm just giving the initial substance and the end product. That's all. In between, you are having various steps. So all those steps are involved in breaking of glucose. All those steps, what happens is, there will be release of ATP. Now concentrate on this word ATP. Okay. Now when you take the ATP, ATP is nothing but adenosine triphosphate. Abbreviation I'm giving first. Adenosine triphosphate. ATP. So this is the one we call as energy currency of the cell. Currency means what? It will help you to tackle all activities in your life. Currency, the most important factor in everybody's life. Like that, energy currency in cell very important factor in cell for energy is ATP. Got it? So here in glycolysis, the first step of cellular respiration, the breaking of glucose to pyruvic acid happens, and in this process ATP will be produced. Okay, that's the first step. Then the second step is called Krebs cycle. There is another name for Krebs cycle called citric acid cycle, because citric acid will be produced in this cycle. So when we are saying cycle, it happens like this. You'll have a reactant, then you'll have a product. This product again will act as a reactant and gives another product. And again this will act as a reactant and gives another product. This is called cycle, isn't it? Usual term. So here in Krebs cycle, what happens is this pyruvic molecule is formed now in glycolysis first step. This pyruvate will enter into the cycle. So usually the pyruvic acid will enter into the cycle in the form of acetyl-CoA. Another compound name only. Don't bother about the structure and biochemistry. Just understand the compounds names. Okay. So in glycolysis, starting product is glucose, end product is pyruvate. This pyruvate will convert into acetyl-CoA, acetyl-CoA, coenzyme A. This is the starting product in citric acid cycle. And so many other products will be formed in this cycle like this. It also involves various reactions. In all these reactions also ATP will be produced. So in glycolysis, ATP production happens. In citric acid cycle or in Krebs cycle also ATP production happens. ATP will be released during reactions. Okay. The end product of citric acid cycle is CO2. Yeah. Clear? And along with CO2, oxygen are also released. CO2 concentration is very less, so we'll not talk about CO2. We'll talk about only oxygen. Now that's the second step. Then coming to the third step, oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation is a process where more ATP is produced again. So see, all the steps are producing ATP. In glycolysis, ATP production happens. In Krebs cycle, ATP production happens. Even in oxidative phosphorylation also ATP production happens. Okay. So cellular respiration is a process where a glucose molecule is broken down and you are getting energy. In which form we are getting energy? In the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate form. Clear so far? The three steps. Now cellular respiration is nothing but breaking down glucose. Clear? Basically glucose is the carbohydrate. And after breaking up glucose, what we get? Energy. This energy will be in the form of ATP. Just writing the name ATP, adenosine triphosphate. And in between I'm writing the cap block so that you can understand ATP. Okay, this is what cellular respiration. It happens in mitochondria. Mitochondria major function is cellular respiration. Why mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell? Here is the answer. Powerhouse of the cell, because mitochondria carries out cellular respiration, and in cellular respiration energy will be released in the form of ATP. So mitochondria are called powerhouse of the cell. Okay, assertion. Then cellular respiration happens in 3 steps. First step, glycolysis. Nothing but simply glucose breaking. Here glucose will be broken up and you will get an end product called pyruvate. Here ATP will be released. So many reactions happens in the middle. Then second step, Krebs cycle. This because of the scientist name, okay, who contributed for this cycle. This cycle is also called citric acid cycle. Okay. Now in citric acid cycle, you will find a cycle like this, where a reactant will be there, which gives a product. And again, this product will act as reactant for next reaction. And again, one. Okay, I'm just showing the circles in order to give reactant product cycle, how the cycle happens. And this again will act as reactant and gives one more product. Likewise, cycle happens, continues the cycle. So this is the Krebs cycle. In the Krebs cycle, pyruvate enters as acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA, acetyl coenzyme A. Now this acetyl-CoA will be the starting product in the cycle, and the cycle goes on releasing out carbon dioxide, releasing out oxygen, and also ATP. So here also you will get ATP, the second step. Clear? Then third step. Third step is called oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, oxidative phosphorylation is a process where ATP is also produced. Clear? So we are getting ATP in all the three steps of cellular respiration.